Hi, and welcome back to Puro Plur. My name is Grecia, and I am your host for this podcast. In the last episode that I released, it was just a little reintroduction to the channel and just to kind of give you an idea of what this channel is going to be about or kind of what to expect. This episode is more to bring everything together in terms of how the Latin Hispanic music came to be in the rave world. Essentially like a little history lesson. I think that if I'm going to go down the road of making this channel about Latin or Hispanic artists and their music, I think it's really important to talk about the history of it. So if you're anything like me, you probably thought that this style of music is new or up and coming or had a viral moment in the social media world, and it was artists like Diora who made it what it is now. Although there is some truth to that, this started well before Dioro. This crossover started in 1999 in Tijuana, Mexico, which is a melting pot of cultures. On one hand, you have the banda norteño music that was dominating the streets. But on the other hand, you have drum and bass, craft work style coming from not only Europe, but also the US. The core minds behind this boundary breaking revolution included producers like Pepe Mot, who worked under the name Fusible, and Ramon Amezcua, also known as Bostitch. Those two producers created Nortec Collective. In 2001, they dropped their landmark debut album, Tijuana Sessions Volume 1. This album got them touring worldwide, playing festivals internationally. And they proved to the electronic community that Mexico had its own distinct electronic voice. With the blueprint that was created by Norte Collective, we have Camilo Lara, a producer from Mexico City, who took this blueprint and ran with it. He created Mexican Institute of Sounds in 2001. He took cumbia and old Mexican mariachi sounds and infused them with a modern electronic production that resulted in a colorful, nostalgic, modern collage of sounds, bringing the type of energy that destroys the dance floor. Moving right along into the early 2010s, a new underground movement called Ridozón emerged with a dark and pretty tense background. Ridozón was a pretty crucial milestone, proving that fusing Mexican music and electronic music wasn't just to make people dance at music festivals. This was a political resistance for a young Mexican producer to reclaim their traditional roots and scream out against violence using their heritage. When we step back and look at this entire timeline, from brilliant, brassy, techno innovations of the Norte Collective in 99, to the vintage sound, to the nostalgic vintage sampling of the Mexican Institute of Sound, to the raw industrial political commentary of Ridozón, we can see a beautiful continuous thread that has evolved to today. So to the music that is being loved and listened to this day and age and is being presented at all of these main stages worldwide, internationally, it's a really powerful statement that has evolved. And we need to remember that we owe our dance floors to the underground artists who had the courage to embrace their heritage and their identity. So there you have it. That is just a little piece of history that I will leave you with today. Nothing crazy. But I think it's, like I said, it's really, really important that we know where this came from. And we do owe it a lot to those who stepped up and made it what it is today. I hope you found this as fascinating as I did when I was doing all my research. And I hope it really made you appreciate what we have right now. All right, so I won't take up much more of your time. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Go ahead and hit follow on whatever platform you are streaming on. My name is Gracia, and I am your host for this channel.